Hello, I'm Ray Luna. Welcome to my channel. I would just like to say thank you to everyone who has liked and subscribed recently. I really appreciate the support. And for today's reading, we're going to be looking into what you can expect for the year ahead. So we're going to be looking into it generally and then have specific parts for career, love, and then some lessons you may encounter and what else is coming your way. So for pile number 1, we have rose quartz. For pile number 2, we have lapis lazuli. For pile number 3, we have citrine. And for pile number 4, we have white agate. So take your time and pause the video if you need. Once you have decided on a pile, click on the correlating timestamp, which can be found in the description or the comment section. Hello, group number 1. So you chose rose quartz, and with your cards, you have the 9 of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups. So starting out with the 9 of Pentacles, for the year ahead, I feel that you are going to have more money, more abundance, and a focus on trying to move from scraping by or not having enough to having plentiful resources and having the means and ability to do what you want because you have financial stability. You have enough to do what you want. I can see learning more about finances, like investing, stocks, increasing your money, using certain types of bank accounts to gain more interest on the money you have saved. I feel that you guys are just going to be learning a lot about finances for the year ahead, and this knowledge you gain and study is going to help you actually have material gains, but it's because you are studying and putting in that work. We can see that with the Queen of Swords. Your intelligence is increasing. You are using your mental ability to gain more financially, and I can see you having a little bit more of a luxurious or stable year ahead. And with the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords, these two cards appearing together, I feel you may be feeling a little bit more independent. This is also true for the 9 of Pentacles. All these cards can talk about some independence. So I think this is going to be important for you for the year ahead. Self-improvement, trying to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet, and feeling confident that nothing is going to sideswipe you and take you off track. But even though there is some independence here, you are going to have more people come in and support you, because with these 2 queen cards, I feel you're going to be more supported by women in your life. Women could come in and help you. So that could be, for some of you, that could be romantic interests. That could be, just platonic friends or family members who are women. But you're going to have more support from people who are feminine or feminine presenting. And it's also, even though you have this independence, this support will come in for you, but you might keep people a little distant, even if they are good and you can trust them. For some of you, you're going to keep them a little distant due to past people or situations who have harmed you. We can see that with the Queen of Swords. You might keep them a little far away because you haven't trusted them yet. But this could change as the course of the year happens, and you could see them differently, or you could continue to do that. This is going to be something that is up to you and that you will have to choose for the year ahead. So I'm going to put down some more cards for you. Okay, and we have partnerships and alliances, suffering in silence, and foundation and achievement. So for the year ahead, with partnerships and alliances, yes, I can see multiple people coming in for you, but with suffering in silence, I feel like some of you guys are going to choose not to accept help. I feel you are trying to build something independently with foundations and achievements. You're trying to build something for yourself. You're trying to be less codependent. you're really trying to do things yourself and be like focusing more on individualism instead of having help from other people. And I can't tell 100% if this is because of past people who have hurt you with the Queen of Swords, or if it's because you just want to prove something to yourself with suffering in silence. Like you have these people around you who are going to come in for you, but you're choosing not to accept their help. So I can't tell exactly for which reason why. Maybe for some of you it's either or a little bit of both. But I just wanted to mention that it's just a very interesting energy I'm picking up here. But regardless of that, I feel you guys are going to build a lot that's going to lead to your happiness this year ahead with foundation and achievements. You guys are really trying to build this layer of stability for yourself so you can be safe in the future, or you can have a peace of mind and not have to worry so much anymore. So I'm going to put down your next set of cards relating to career and finances for the year ahead. Okay, and for your career and financial messages for the year ahead, you have King of Cups, Nine of Cups, Risk, and Justice. So with King of Cups and Nine of Cups appearing at the top, I feel you guys are going to achieve some sort of victory in your career and finances. Something you've been thinking about, something you've been working towards is actually going to come to fruition, making you satisfied emotionally, making you feel happy that you're making progress and moving forward. And interestingly enough, with the Risk and Justice card, for some of you, even though you want more stability or are working towards more stability in the year ahead, this might seem kind of contradictory, but some of you guys are going to have to take a risk to actually make that happen. You're going to have a little instability when it comes to career and finances and kind of make a gamble, as you see with the card, with the hand throwing the dice. Some of you guys are going to have to take a risk to increase your finances. So for some of you, this could be investing. If that is what you're researching or working on, that is a little bit of a risk because every investment you make isn't always going to pay off, right? So you guys are going to have to take some sort of risk or chance. For some of you, this could be applying to jobs that you wouldn't normally consider yourself qualified for. That's also a risk. So it can be a whole number of things, but you guys are going to have to do something that seems contradictory to having stability, but it will actually bring you more. So keep that in mind. And lastly, with Justice, another message I have for you is be careful when interacting with the law. For some reason, I feel you guys are just going to have to be careful when it comes to practices that are legal, and try to make sure if you're going to do any type of a business venture for the year ahead, make sure you have your paperwork or your legal documents ready and prepared, because some of you might have some trouble come up with that. It doesn't mean it's going to throw your plans off, but just make sure you're prepared for it, because I can see some trouble in that area. Or for some of you, I can even see maybe previous legal issues from the past resolving in this year ahead. So if you had court cases, they would be kind of finalizing and be finished. If you have like settlements, stuff like that, it will be finalized and leave your life. But if you have no previous experience with having legal troubles, just be careful for this year ahead, because that is something that could arise for you. So I'm going to put down your next cards for your love and relationships. Okay, and with these set of cards, you have Six of Cups, the Emperor, Retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world, Romantic feelings, your feelings are real and worth exploring. So for love and relationships for you guys for the year ahead, I feel you're going to be returning to happier times and moments, but with a new set of people. So there are things you used to do or used to enjoy doing with other people that you may not have been able to experience for a while. And this new set of people or people coming in, you're going to be able to enjoy those activities or going out more again with them. And when you do this, you're going to think of the past and how you used to connect with that activity or old group of people. Like, it's going to bring feelings of nostalgia for you, but it is actually a happy thing because you have this new group of people to do these activities or going out more with them that will actually bring you happiness, like how you used to do, which you haven't been able to for a while. And with the 2 Queen cards that we previously saw, I think this could relate to more women coming into your life, as friends, as lovers, whatever. More women are going to come in and help you in some way as a emotional support for you for this year ahead. And in love relationships, I feel that you're going to be in a relationship. If you're single, someone's going to come in for you, and you might try to not accept this connection. But with these cards, they're saying if you feel called to this connection and you want to move forward, you're going to be able to do that. And you shouldn't feel, because of what else has happened to you, that you can't accept this love connection that's coming through. You have time to explore this love connection. Even if you want to be independent or more self-sufficient, you can do this and pursue this. You shouldn't feel bad about it. But for some of you guys, I feel if you are already in a relationship, you could marry this person and go on a honeymoon with retreat. For some of you, if you are already married and had to delay your honeymoon, you're going to be able to do it this year ahead. And for those of you who are already in a relationship for a while, you're married, you had your honeymoon, all that, I feel like you're going to spend a lot more time with your person, going on dates, going on a vacation, just with you guys, and it's really going to strengthen your relationship, and you're both going to realize how much you appreciate each other, and you're going to build a lot more moments with this person who you're already with. And with the 6 of Cups, for those of you who are in long-term relationships already, it's going to bring back lots of feelings of nostalgia and happier moments, because maybe you guys haven't been able to do this for a while. So I'm going to put down some more cards for you. Okay, and with these cards, we have Companion, Light Attributes, Loyalty, Tenacity, and Unselfishness. Shadow Attributes, Betrayal by Misusing Confidences, Loss of Personal Identity. And then we have Angel, Light Attributes, Helping those in need with no expectation of return. Shadow Attributes, Acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with the angelic guidance. And then for your lesson cards, we have Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So for who you're becoming more like in the year ahead with Companion and Angel, you definitely could be entering a relationship if you're single for the year ahead. I feel that some of you guys could not want to because you think it could take you off course from being more independent, being more of your own person. But this is just a message saying that even if you want to be more independent or do more things yourself, you can still be in a relationship and it won't stop your progress. You can continue on with that. Some of you guys who are single watching this could be thinking that because maybe of like in previous relationships, you did lose your self-identity when you were in the relationship, or it was the person you were with in the relationship, you kind of went to more of what they wanted. So your ideas and expression was cut off. So you might be worried, but with this year ahead, it's saying don't worry about that. Continue on your self-growth. But if a opportunity comes for you to be in a relationship, you should take it and not worry about the past. And for those of you who are like in a long-term relationship or already in one, I think this is just a strong strengthening of companionship between you and the person you're with. I feel the person you're with is going to support you with your goals of finances, wanting more stability in your passions. And for whether you're single or in a relationship with Angel card, everyone around you is going to be seeing you as a very wholesome person, a very kind, helpful person. People might even view you as like innocent, but in a way that's like kind of like how people view Mr. Rogers. If you know who Mr. Rogers is, he's supposed to be someone, like everyone can count on him. He's such a nice guy. So you guys will be giving off that type of vibe to people for the year ahead. And for your lesson cards of worry and trust, you guys are learning how not to worry anymore. You are learning how to trust the universe, how to trust people again. You are learning how to let in connections, but as we learn, as we saw with the previous cards, even if you have people you feel you can trust, even if you have things you know you don't have to worry about, you're still going to have to do a little bit of shadow work with that for the year ahead, because you might be doubting these people and not fully letting them in, when with these cards it's saying, that's part of your process to learning how to trust again. But just know, don't be too hard on yourself if you are having trouble fully trusting people, but know that you can trust these people and it will take time, but you will eventually get there and you will start to be a little bit more free from doubting people or thinking people might hurt you. So I'm going to put down my last set of cards for you to see what else you can expect for the year ahead. Okay, and with these cards, these are tea leaf tarot, so I'm not going to delve too deeply into them because these are signs and messages you guys are supposed to look out for the year ahead. But we have gavel, involvement with the law. Box, you will receive a gift. Vine, seek out information that will help you. Flowers, happiness. Younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So with gavel and box, I feel some of you guys could receive financial gain or money from a settlement or involvement with the law. And for those of you who are not previously involved with the law or have any active cases or what have you, gavel could be a warning just to make sure you're on your best behavior, because there could be trouble in the future in relation to the law. And this is just a warning letting you know ahead of time. And with vine and dolphin, continue to seek out financial information that could lead to gain for you for the year ahead, because it will definitely lead to a gain with these cards appearing. And with flowers and younger woman, I feel you guys are going to have more women come into your life as friends or lovers or even your family members reaching out to you, and it's going to bring you a lot more happiness and emotional support. And some of this I've touched upon during the reading, so it's kind of cool to see this extra confirmation. But that was your guys' reading. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments, and if you did like it, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in another reading. Bye. Hello, group number 2. So you chose Lapis Lazuli, and with your cards, you have Ace of Pentacles, the Magician, and 8 of Cups. So for your year ahead, with the Ace of Pentacles, I can see more satisfaction in your life in general for the year ahead. I can see more opportunities being offered to you. You can see that not just with the Ace of Pentacles, but with the Magician as well. Receiving more abundance, receiving more opportunities, having more paths to choose from. And with the 8 of Cups, there is going to be some things you're going to have to walk away from. You are going to walk away from things that are no longer serving you, things that are no longer working for you, in search of greener pastures and in search of something that's going to offer more to you. But I think you will find that with the Ace of Pentacles, meaning satisfaction, more abundance, more opportunities. But it is through your own actions with the Magician and through walking away and leaving things that aren't for you anymore, or may even be straight out bad for you with the Eight of Cups. But with the Magician as well, for the year ahead, you're going to take a lot more action. You're going to be a little bit more impulsive, and you are not going to let anything hold you back. You are going to make lots of initiative towards things you want. So maybe previously you had trouble being motivated. Well, with the Magician coming through, you're going to feel a lot more ambitious. You're going to feel a lot more energetic, so you can take things on and achieve what you want this year ahead. So I'm going to put down my next set of cards for you to see what else comes through. Okay, and with these cards, we have base chakra, accelerated motion, and sacral chakra. So with base chakra and sacral chakra, these are two of the lower chakras. So I feel for the year ahead, you guys are going to be focusing on moving out of a scarcity mindset and moving into a mindset where you feel safer, you feel safe to express yourself and be more creative and be more out there and less restrictive of yourself. And this is in alignment with the Ace of Pentacles, showing more opportunities coming your way, more stability, more abundance in general coming your way. And then you have these two lower chakras. So a lot of your work for the year ahead is going to be focusing on putting yourself in a better place, not just mentally, but physically, like taking care of your finances, getting them in order, taking care of the job that you have if you don't like it, changing it, getting rid of people and situations that make you feel unwelcome or people who are just taking from you. You are changing all of this the year ahead, but it's going to be a little bit of work. So make sure you stay encouraged. But with accelerated motion, this is showing you are going to have this increase of feeling motivated to do it. We saw that with the Magician as well. But with this card, it's talking about movement coming in quick, things picking up for you. And in the picture of the card, you see the woman looking at the star coming in fast. But with a falling star or a shooting star, it is also associated with wishes coming true or making a wish. So it's like you are focusing on your goals and wishes this year and trying to find practical ways and solutions to actually make them happen. But you're understanding that you actually have to do work to make that happen. You have to do the hard work of getting rid of things that aren't working for you. And you also have to do the work of putting in effort so you can be coming from a more safe and secure place and not having old patterns and ways destroy your stability or your chance at having more stability and being more centered and balanced in life. So I'm going to put down my next set of cards for you that are related to career and money to see what you can expect for that area for the year ahead. Okay, and with these cards for your career and money, you have Queen of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Luck, and the Rebel. So one of the first things I see for you guys is with the Five of Wands, you could have increased competition with finances and money, but that doesn't mean things are going to go south for you with money. It just means you're going to have to put more work in for your career and finances for the year ahead, but it seems that's where more of your focus is on. So I think you guys, you're going to know this as, as the year progresses, you're going to see this and know this and work towards it. But there's definitely going to be competition. Like I could see this as applying to jobs, but there's tons of applicants auditioning for something, but there's tons of people who are also auditioning, making it hard to be seen or recognized, but you are going to have to apply yourself to something that's competitive to get more finances, to get more stability. But this doesn't also have to be just like money. It could be things that are related to money, like for instance, assets like a house, something that has worth to you like money, but it doesn't have to be, like actual dollar bills. But you're going to have to compete for more material prospects for yourself for the year ahead. And with Queen of Pentacles, you're definitely going to be leveling up your money. You are going to take the year to process through, for instance, like going from the Ace of Pentacles, graduating to the Queen of Pentacles. There's levels you're going to have to go through in this process, because we see that too with the base chakra and the sacral chakra. You're moving through levels and going up and improving. But this process, it's not going to instantly go from 0 to 100. You're going to have to work through this process, but don't be discouraged. Things will move faster than you think they will as you're going through each level, and each level you're going up, it gets faster and faster. But just know you're going to have to, you're going to have to compete, you're going to have to work with other people, but you are leveling up in that area. It's going to take a little bit of effort. And with luck in the Rebel, you are going to see good things happen to you. You are going to have luck when you are competing with others. You could have the chance of luck to be spotted compared to other people in this competitive atmosphere, being recognized more at work, having more luck of finding the right opportunities of what you're looking for. For instance, finding a house within your budget, finding a job that's actually paying you a salary that you're looking for, like a healthier work environment, something like that, you're going to have more luck with. And it will make things a lot easier for you, even if you have to be competitive. And with the Rebel, you are going to have to do things a little differently this year ahead. And I think you are going to be breaking out of any set molds you had for yourself in relation to your beliefs with money, finances, career. You're going to do things differently than you previously have before. For some of you guys, this could be, you might have had old beliefs about money, like believing the only way you can make money is through a 9-to-5 or some traditional avenue. But then this year you're realizing, I can start my own business, or I can work at a 9-to-5 and do other methods, like multiple ways of having income, so I can be set and stable. There's a lot of focus on increasing your stability. But, that's only for some of you guys. I want to mention that. But you guys could just be doing everything different, not just related to career and finances. I know this part of the reading is for that, but this could just be you guys doing things differently in multiple aspects of your life, which is increasing your luck. Like, you're making your own luck. And we saw that too with the Magician, like making your own way, doing things in a way that's going to make you stand out and give you more opportunities. So now I'm going to put down my next set of cards for you relating to love and relationships for the year ahead. Okay, and for your love and relationship messages, we have 9 of Cups, 2 of Cups, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So for those of you that are single, with calling in your soulmate and 2 of Cups, I easily can see you meeting someone the year ahead. This relationship will be a good relationship for you. It will feel like a soulmate connection. It will feel healthy, fulfilling. There will be open communication between both parties to address what your goals and what your plans are in the relationship. And with 9 of Cups, this signifies this will be successful. This will be an area in your life you will be satisfied with. You won't feel like you're lacking anything in your relationships for the year ahead. But for some of you with finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Maybe some of you aren't initially trying to meet someone. If you're single, you're focusing on your finances and career because maybe you feel you don't have enough money to be in a relationship, or you're not in the right financial place where you feel comfortable to partner up with someone. But that is changing this year ahead. And if you are happily single and you're focusing on your career, you'll have the option to deny this connection or continue with it. And lastly, for those of you who are in a long-term commitment, you and your partner are going to be on the same page financially. You guys are going to be trying to meet your financial goals, your financial plans together, and have open communication when discussing that. You guys will move towards what you want to achieve as a partnership in relation to your finances and career. And it will be, it will make your relationship more satisfactory. You will both be more fulfilled emotionally because of your finances and career moving towards more stability, clearing out debts, stuff like that. But this is just a message for some of you. So I don't want anyone watching this to be scared and think, oh, I'm gonna break up or leave my relationship. This is only for those of you who are already thinking this. For some of you, you are going to leave your long-term relationship and move into another relationship where you can be on the same page with your partner in relation to finance and career, and it will be a more emotionally fulfilling relationship for those of you who are going to be leaving a long-term commitment for the year ahead. And like I said, those of you who already know that you're going to be leaving, this is for you. This isn't for everyone, but I wanted to say that because that's coming through. But I'm going to put down my next set of cards for you to look ahead and see what lessons you can expect for the year ahead. Okay, and with these cards, we have Advocate. Light attribute inspires you to put compassion into action. Shadow attribute, embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. And then we have Trickster, light attribute, transcending convention, stuffiness and predictable behavior. Shadow attribute, manipulating others through duplicity. And then for our lesson cards, we have Pride, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Forgiveness, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So with these cards, the first two, I see you guys moving into a position where you're much more action-oriented. You're much more trying to do things differently. You're being more eccentric. We can see that with Trickster, like being a little different, being a little out there. And this is something that's going to pay off for you for the year ahead. You are going to be kind of seeing how you can push yourself forward, but realizing you're going to have a different take on that than you previously or usually have done. And for the lessons for the year ahead with Pride and forgiveness, I think you guys are going to be learning this year that it's okay to be a little bit prideful in yourself. You can be proud of yourself. You can love yourself without being narcissistic. You can love yourself without being egocentric. And you guys are allowing yourself that space to feel safe within yourself and accept yourself for who you are and kind of proudly showing that off without being ashamed anymore. So congratulations, because that's a really good lesson to learn this year. It's nothing negative. It's only a positive thing. And with forgiveness, you guys are going to learn how not to let the past or negative, everyone goes through negative events or having to deal with negative people. You guys are learning how to not let that clip your wings anymore. You're going to learn how to be free from that. You're going to learn that, letting go of those grudges so they don't affect you, and you can move forward without having this like cloud hanging over your head, blocking out your sunlight. You're going to learn how to move forward and not think of these things anymore. And for some of you, with the walking away and moving away from old situations, this is going to require forgiveness to not hold resentment anymore. And this forgiveness doesn't even have to be for those people who hurt you. It can just be for yourself, like forgiving yourself and not blaming yourself for what you did or didn't do. You're just allowing yourself to be like, that's what happened, and I just have to accept it and move on now so I can grow and become the best me. So I'm going to put down my last set of cards for you guys for the year ahead. Okay, and with these cards, these are Tea Leaf Tarot. So I'm not going to go too deeply into these cards because I want you guys to look for these messages throughout the year to see how it resonates or how you connect with these messages. But you have Ant, work, achievement, and success. Parrot, someone will gossip about all your secrets. Fan, romance, celebration, party. Heart, love, deep affection, and caring. Throne, position of authority. And Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. So with some of these cards, the ones that stand out to me here is Fan and Heart. This is definitely related to your love and relationships. You guys are going to have like many fans. You're going to have more options in love for those of you who are single. And for those of you in a relationship, it will be deeper love and affection. And if you have to leave your connection, you will move into one that is offering you what you need. And with Ants and Throne and Goldfish, these are all connected together. Increase in material wealth and your spiritual growth through your own hard work and commitments, leading you to be more stable and in a higher position. And lastly, this is, I think, a bit of a warning, the Parrot card. There could be people around you seeing you get more achievement or seeing you do more, and this could also relate to the Eight of Cups card, like who or what you're walking away from. People might talk about you, but let them talk. You're doing something right if people are talking about you. So this is just a warning to not let the people who are parrots in your life take you down, because you have all this other positive stuff coming your way. But that was your reading for the year ahead. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you thought about the reading in the comments. And if you did like it, consider liking and subscribing as I make regular pick a card videos. And I'll see you in another one. Bye. Hello, group number 3. So you chose Citrine. And with your cards, you have 8 of Wands, the Hierophant, and 10 of Wands. So for the year ahead, I feel like you guys are going to be very busy. A lot of things are going to happen quickly, and you could have a lot of tasks or goals you want to accomplish for the year ahead. But there's a lot of them, because with the 10 of Wands, it talks about possibly being burdened a bit or having a lot of work that's hard to do. So make sure you give yourself breaks in between all this hard work. For the year ahead, you can achieve what you want. And if it's not all overnight, don't worry about it. That's not your fault. You are doing all the work that you possibly can, that I see with these cards. And with the Hierophant, I feel you guys are going to be moving into a position where you're teaching and giving wisdom to other people. Other people in the year ahead are going to seek you out as a source of comfort and guidance. People are going to trust your advice. You might even kind of become like a counselor amongst your family or friends. Like, people really trust you with your advice, and they want to seek you out and ask you questions. So maybe for some of you, because you're helping so many people, that could be why you're overburdened. So make sure, even if you're helping people and you're giving them advice and doing all this work, just make sure you take time for yourself and give yourself little breaks in between, because you can't properly help other people if you're not properly helping yourself too. But it's not that you can't help them, just make sure you're doing it in a way it doesn't completely drain you. So I'm going to put down your next set of cards. Okay, and with these cards, we have obstacles and challenges, temptation, and awareness. So you guys are going to have some obstacles for the year ahead, but I don't think you aren't going to be able to overcome them. You are just going to have more faith in yourself and believe you can. With the Hierophant, the previous cards I pulled, this is also talking about not only you being a wisdom and a source of guidance to other people, but it's also talking about needing to have belief in yourself and or a higher faith, the universe, and needing to trust that you can overcome these obstacles and challenges. They're not here for you to, fail and falter and never have anything good. They're there for you to overcome, for you to grow and move forward and have something better. So do not let this take you down. You can overcome these obstacles, and this is a confirmation that you will overcome them, but you need to have a little bit of belief and trust that you can do so. And with temptation relates to the devil in the traditional tarot deck, and awareness relates to the magician in the traditional tarot deck. So you guys are going to be overcoming some addictions or negative patterns of behavior. And when I'm saying negative patterns of behavior, I'm talking about behavior that might negatively affect you or the people around you or your circumstances in life. things that you know that you can think of off the top of your head, like this isn't good for me, you are moving past these with the Magician next to the Devil. You are using your own willpower, your own skill to move past these things that are no longer good for you. And I also see this as maybe this is one of the reasons why people are admiring you for the year ahead or looking for your advice. They see you have this strong power, this strong will that allows you to overcome all this and be such a strong person. So it's like you're a little bit of an inspiration to other people. So this could be why you're going to have, you're going to be in that position for the year ahead. But I just want to say congratulations with moving past these addictions for the year ahead and having such a strong willpower that you're able to do so, because that takes a lot of skill and a lot of strength, and many people suffer to do that. So I'm going to put down my next set of cards for you in relation to career and finances so we can get more insight in that area. Okay, and for your career and money card, you have the Moon, 5 of Cups, media, and retail. So one of the first things I see for you guys relating to career and money is that you're going to have some things with your career and money that you're worrying about with the Moon. There could be a lot that's unknown or shifting and changing, kind of like how, the Moon affects tide waters. It's like things are going to be shifting and changing in relation to your career and money, and that's going to make you feel, uncertain or worried, and that's normal. But with the 5 of Cups, you can see the person in the cards looking at the cups that fell over, and they don't see the 2 cups behind them that are still up. So you could have some loss related to your job or your career, your finances, but this isn't a permanent loss or change. This is a change that is meant to put you in a career that's better for you, a career that is meant for you to get more money. So for some of you, there could be stagnation in your career and money, but this shift that you don't control, this is like a circumstantial change. The economy right now for a lot of the world isn't really good right now. So this could be related to this, like you guys aren't controlling that, but this happens and then it's gonna take away that stagnation. So you have to look or see a better job or see a way to make better money or do something more fulfilling. So I don't want you guys to be worried, but I don't want to not tell you this message and say, oh, everything will be 100% positive, because then you're going to be unaware and that's not going to help you. But this isn't all bad because you're going to shift into something else. Just be aware. You might have to cut back on your spending, as we see with retail. You might have to save a bit more money. You might have to budget a little bit more. This doesn't mean everything's going to be a loss. It's just saying, please be careful in this area because things are going to shift and change for you with your career and your money. But one of the most positive cards here we see is media. You guys could start working in media, or if you already work in media, I can see you guys moving into a position that is going to make more use of your skills and is going to teach you a lot more, making it better for your career later on. And for some of you, I can see this as like, maybe like me, you start a YouTube channel or you try to do a podcast, something like that in media that you create yourself because of this shift in career and money. And that's going to allow you to get more opportunities or make money in a different way. You are going to be looking at how you can do things differently. And for some of you too, you could do an online business with media and retail appearing together. You could learn how to start, doing e-commerce and stuff like that. But overall, you are just going to have to pay a little bit more attention to your career and finances this year. But I can definitely see you weathering the storm and coming out with something a lot better. Just be careful of all this. But now I'm going to put down your next set of cards relating to relationships and love. Okay, and with your love and relationship cards, you have Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Cups, pay attention to the red flags, the signs are cautioning you, and worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So there's a lot of change happening for you guys. With Wheel of Fortune, this is signifying more change, but this is related to how your relationships are and how you're relating to people. with the Queen of Cups, I can see this as like you're having more emotional confidence in yourself. Like you're having higher standards for your relationships. You're not taking, BS from other people, and you're giving yourself like standards, boundaries. And if people can't respect that, you're not having them with your relationships, in relationship to love. And for some of you guys, for those of you who are single, you might want to go into a relationship and are looking for one, but you might be getting impatient and have to wait because, the people you're dating or seeing, they're not matching what you want, and they might not meet your standards because you see this card, pay attention to the red flags. They could be sending signals to you. This person isn't right for me. They're not good for me. And you're kind of learning to accept that, whereas it is possible in the past, or maybe you just had feelings that you kind of want to be in a relationship anyway because you're getting sick of looking and having to be patient, but you're learning that like you see a red flag or something's bad, like you're not writing it off anymore. You're realizing, yeah, this isn't good. It is worth waiting for a decent connection, someone I'm going to feel safe with, and someone who isn't going to give me these bad signs and then end up proving, yeah, this wasn't just a sign, this was a bad connection, or this person wasn't safe for me, or they didn't respect me and what I want. Maybe they belittled you. Like you're learning to wait and accept what you truly deserve. And for those of you in a long-term relationship, I can see this as if your relationship had some troubles or some rockiness in it, there is changes with that. And I can see that you guys working through some of your relationship issues and the way you treat each other or the way the dynamics in the relationship work. But you are going to like improve that. For instance, like if you're in a long-term relationship, red flags isn't talking about signs in the relationship. It could be talking about problems that already exist in the relationship and having patience to fix them, of course, if that makes sense and it's safe to do so. Overall, with your love and relationships, there is going to be a lot of change, but I feel like it's you guys setting standards and wanting them to be met. So congratulations, because that's very good. I'm going to put down my next set of cards for you, talking about lessons and who you might be more like in the year ahead. Okay, and with these cards, we have athlete, light attribute, dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower and strength of spirit, shadow attributes, misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. And then we have pioneer, light attributes, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before, and shadow attribute, compulsive need to keep moving on. And for your lesson cards, we have gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. And failure, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So with your first two cards, you guys are going to be more like an athlete and pioneer. You are going to be very resourceful and use your willpower, strength, your ingenuity to push past all these trials and tribulations that you're going to experience in the year ahead. You're going to overcome them, and you're going to come out like that athlete in the picture. You're going to go past the finish line with your arms up and be very grateful that you were able to handle everything, you were able to get through everything, and be thankful for all that you have, all that you gain through your effort and your hard work. Like a lot of this is you guys. It's your own work, so be proud of that, because that's something that's very difficult to handle, but you guys are going to handle it, and you're going to be better off for it. So don't be discouraged if things get tough, because you're going to make it through. Like you're going to win that gold medal at the end. So be proud of yourself. And with gratitude and failure, these are your lesson cards. So for the year ahead, you're going to be very thankful. As I've just previously said, you're going to be thankful for everything you're overcoming. I think a lot of what is going to happen is going to make you think like, I shouldn't take what I have for granted. You're going to realize you have a lot of things to be happy about. You have a lot that just, that fulfills you, makes you happy. And you're just going to reflect on that a lot this year ahead. And just, you're just going to feel so grateful and you're just going to wonder, like, why have I ever felt not grateful, like previously? Like, you're going to have a lot to feel grateful for. And I feel like one thing I actually want to mention, I forgot to say this with the Pioneer card. This kind of reminds me of the Hierophant. People are going to see you really as like a pillar, like someone they're very proud of, and this is going to make them feel grateful for you. Like, you're also going to receive not just yourself being grateful, but people being grateful for you. That's one of the lessons, like being shown how important you are and how much you matter, and like your life ecosystem, like you're very important. And with Failure, this card, I feel like this could relate to things changing for you, and some of this change could feel like a failure to you. Like with career and money, as I talked about, there seemed to be a lot of change in that area, and I feel like you guys might think, oh, like this is a failure, this is something embarrassing, or this is something difficult, but you shouldn't feel that way. Part of this failure in certain areas, or what you think could be failure, like maybe it's not even a failure, you guys are just perceiving it that way. This is for you to move someplace better and end stagnation in your life so that it can push you forward. Like if you're at a dead-end job, something like that, this failure is meant to push you, so you have to look, so you have to get something better. So I don't want you guys to be, too worried, but with this card, it's talking about you might have some, failures or mistakes, but this isn't to hurt you. It's for you to learn and grow, and everyone will experience mistakes and failure. You're not the only person who will experience this, so don't feel alone. But even with this failure, you have a lot that's coming in for you that's very great, and a lot of growth that's going to lead to more success for you. So I'm going to put down my last set of cards for you guys. Okay, and with these cards, these are tea leaf tarot, so they're just small messages. I'm not going to go too deeply into them because I want you guys to look for these messages and see what resonates and what you can expect for the year ahead. So you have Rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. Ring, a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Younger man, dealings or relationship with a younger man. Claw, be careful, do not take risk. Wedge, someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. And Dog, close up, pleasure with a close friend. So what I'm first noticing with these cards is with Rabbit and Claw, for the romance and relationship section of the reading, I felt there was a sense of urgency for some of you to be in a relationship or go into relationships, and having this higher standard being set. So this could be talking about not to feel pressured to go into relationships, not to feel pressured to go into the demands of other people within romantic relationships, to protect yourself. And for some of you, this could be like a relationship where someone doesn't want you to hang out with your friends, like whether, you're girl or guy. It could be telling you like to watch out for stuff like this and not to feel pressured to be with people because that's what society expects, or to have another person fulfill you, like focus on yourself and your needs and what you want, and a relationship will come along. And for Ring and Dog, close up, I feel like you guys could have a chance to have a new friend come in for you, or a strengthening of a bond with a friend who can help support you. I feel this is platonic. Even with it being Ring and what it says, it feels like a commitment with someone who could be a friend. It could be a younger man, right next to Dog, close up. It also could be someone you do business with, or you start doing more with in relation to career and finance. Not just, as a friendship. It could start doing something else and then lead to a friendship, or a friendship that leads to business, vice versa. And with Wedge, this is just warning you that someone could see you with this friend or this bond, this business partner. I think it's both. But they could see this and get jealous and, try to cause drama, but ignore these people. But that was your reading for the year ahead. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. And if you did like it, consider liking the video and subscribing. I make regular pick a card videos, so I'll see you in another one. Bye. Hello, group number 4. So you chose white agate, and with your cards, you have the Tower, the King of Swords, and the Page of Wands. So for your year ahead, I can see a lot of things kind of ending for you. With the Tower, this is a crumbling of foundations or previous idealizations or thoughts you had. But I don't feel this is negative, because sometimes with this card, there's an energy of like, oh no, like all this change. But for you guys, it feels kind of neutral. So I think this is something you're going to welcome for the year ahead. You kind of want some of this old things to disappear and not be a problem for you anymore. And with the King of Swords and Page of Wands, you're going to have a lot of different areas in your life, a lot of communication, a lot of matters that need attention. Like I said, different areas of your life, like many, not just like career, not just, love. It's like everything in your life is going to need some work. But with the King of Swords, it's asking you to please be mindful and use your intellect. Use caution and planning. Use a strategic mind with logic before you make decisions on all these matters. You have time to settle them. Like, don't be forced or feel pressured that you have to instantly take action and not think things through. It's asking you, these cards, they're saying you're going to have all these areas you have to pay attention to, but take your time before you make a decision, because your decisions are going to be important and they're going to influence everything else for you. So I'm going to put down some more cards for you to get more insight. Okay, and with these cards, we have spiritual union, intuition, and discontent and boredom. So with these cards, I feel you can meet someone this year ahead. Even though this card usually talks about romance, it is a possibility this is a romantic connection, but I'm feeling more of a platonic energy. So I think you guys could connect with someone and talk about your daily life problems. So maybe you're not feeling 100% satisfied with everything, with discontent and boredom appearing. Maybe things are stagnating, or it's not going how you want, or even if it is going how you want, it just might not feel fulfilling to you. And that happens to a lot of people. So there is someone coming in for you to have a connection with in relationships where you're able to talk about these problems. And I feel you guys are both going to relate. And finally, like for this other person, they also are looking for someone to relate to and have this connection with, just to talk about your daily lives and things that are bothering you. And, you guys can talk about serious issues, or you can talk about very small everyday issues. You have this type of connection where you can be very serious or very fun, and it will be good for both of you guys for the year ahead to have a support. And with intuition, I feel like you guys are going to feel intuitively called to take lots of action. We saw that with Page of Wands having a lot of matters that need to be addressed, but it's telling you, use your intuition, use your logic with the King of Swords, and use these in balance to make the right decision. Take your time. Do not feel rushed. Even if you feel bored and you want action, don't be impulsive. Take your time and make sure you're making the right decision for yourself so that, you can be assured everything will be okay. Don't rush. I keep getting that message. Just don't rush. Take your time. Make decisions you need to, and plan and do what you have to. Think it over. Sleep over it a day, if that's what helps you get clearer thinking before you make a decision. But I'm going to put down my next set of cards for you relating to career and finances for the year ahead. Okay, and with these cards for your career and finances, you have 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, business, and perfection. So what I can see for you guys for career and finances is you could have more independence and more gain of money with 9 of Pentacles. This card talks about kind of being with yourself and having more money, being able to take time off if you need to, not constantly having to do this or that. But interestingly enough, this card is contrasted with the 10 of Wands. So I see you guys getting more money, being able to take more time off, but because of having these benefits, you are actually going to be working a lot in relation to your career and your career, finance, money. You are going to be working a lot to get this luxury. You're going to be working a lot so you can have more money to take time off. So it's not that you're not achieving this, but you are achieving it through a bit of hard work with the 10 of Wands appearing. But try not to stress yourself out by having all these different areas you have to address. I keep feeling that like multiple areas of your life have a lot of communication or task to complete. For some of you, you could already work in business, like as a finance professional, marketing, accounting, something like that with the business card. I feel that energy, maybe like you have a lot of emails, like you have to answer them, or you have people wanting you to do all these different things. So try not to let that, destroy your mind or give you so much stress in the year ahead. But for some of you guys, if you already don't work in those industries, I can see you guys moving into your own business, having to learn your own marketing, having to learn how to do accounting or how to manage money more with business appearing, starting your own business, trying to make something work for you in the year ahead. But it is something that does take a lot of work with the 10 of Wands appearing, but I feel like this is something you guys are willingly taking on. You're willingly carrying on your shoulders because you know it will bring you that 9 of Pentacles energy, that luxury, that ability to do what you want. The only thing I'm seeing here that could be difficult for you guys is with perfection. This is you guys having to move past your mindset or mindsets of everything needing to be perfect before you move on. I felt with the previous cards of you guys having to cautiously think about your decisions before you make them, but cautiously thinking about your decisions and taking time to use your intuition in your mind to thinking about them doesn't mean that you stagnate and you pause and never make a decision. You can make a decision carefully and calculated without being a perfectionist. You can take more time to make those decisions if you need to, but don't hold them off forever because you want them to be perfect, because no one's perfect. No one action will ever be perfect, and you can't get to this level of 9 of Pentacles if you hold on to needing to be perfect. Some of the most talented people in the world were horrible at what they did before they started taking action on it and trying to get better at it. You can't be a top gymnast if you never even did stretches before. You have to start somewhere to get to that level, but don't let wanting to be perfect hold you back. Make sure you are moving forward after careful reflection, but don't stagnate. So I'm going to put down my next set of cards for you guys relating to love and relationships. Okay, and for your love and relationship cards, you have 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords, healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, and stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So what I see for you guys for the year ahead is with 9 of Wands and 9 of Swords, some of you guys might be putting too much pressure on yourself to be a certain way in relationships or to be too perfect. With money and career cards, we saw that perfectionist card too. So you guys could have this theme in different areas of your life, not just career, not just love, as we're seeing right now, of trying to be too perfect, be too perfectionist. And for the year ahead, you're going to be working to break through that. So that is something that's very positive. You're going to be learning how not putting too much pressure on yourself to be perfect and accept yourself as you are. And some of the ways you could do this is through, self-improvement, mindfulness, but this isn't to change you. It's accepting you as you are and presenting yourself in the best way you can, and not trying to be seen how other people want you to be seen. It's like you're seeing yourself as you and presenting yourself as you. Something else I can see with this is maybe due to previous relationships. Some of you guys in your future relationships for the year ahead, you could worry or have trust issues with the Nine of Wands and Nine of Swords. I can see this as like maybe someone blamed you for something in a relationship that you didn't do. Like maybe someone accused you of cheating, or maybe you thought the other person was cheating and they were. Something like this. I can't exactly tell which party it is coming from, but there seem to be previous trust issues in a relationship, and you guys are working through these issues this year ahead. You're going to be moving past those and trying to learn how to trust people. And, you know, at least if you are being authentic, you know that it wasn't you if you're accused of something that you didn't do. And you're learning how to work through that in your love life and romantic relationships. And then we have healing family issues with this card. Some of your relationship problems in current or past relationships could be related to how you were raised or how your family treated things. Maybe your family normalized unhealthy behavior patterns in relationships. So when you entered relationships, you thought some unhealthy things were actually normal. And then, you know, talking to friends or other people, or maybe a counselor, someone, an outside party, you realize, oh, this isn't healthy, and that could affect, you know, the way your relationships were. So I think you guys are moving past that this year ahead. You're doing the work to have healthier relationships, or if you are in a relationship, you're working with the person you are with to have a healthier one. And it seems that this person could be reciprocating and understanding they also had the same issue and learned unhealthy patterns of behavior in relation to romantic relationships. And for stay optimistic about your love life, for some of you guys, this seems to be more for those of you who are single. You will have more chances to meet people who are healthy for you in relationships. This kind of seems like, with this card coming, stay optimistic. Don't just focus on your love life to have one. Focus on your other areas. Focus on yourself first, and the romance will come along. I told another one of the piles this message, so I don't know if you guys watched that pile as well. You guys might have, but regardless if you did or not, it's just asking you, like, focus on yourself. Focus how you can work through these issues that you have, and if you do, it will lead to a much better and healthier love life. And just being optimistic about your love life. Like, let's say you date someone or you're in a relationship that's not working. You can always move past that and eventually find something that does work. It just takes time and effort, and, you know, don't let yourself be discouraged and decide like, okay, I'm not going to put effort into this anymore. It's just one of those things that does take time and effort to find a right match for both people, you know. So I'm going to put down my lesson cards for you and see what else is coming for you. Okay, and with these cards, we have Damsel, Light Attributes, understanding the nature of healthy romance, inspires you to rely on yourself. Shadow Attributes, waiting for a knight to provide for you. Seduction by romantic illusions. Child Orphan, Light Attributes, independence based on learning to go at it alone. Conquering fear of surviving. Shadow Attributes, feeling of abandonment that stifles maturation. Seeking inappropriate surrogate families. And then for your lesson cards, we have Health, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. And Honesty, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So with these cards, I think the first card, Damsel, is interesting because it talks about healthy romance and moving past unhealthy ideas of romance, and I picked that up in the love and relationship section of the reading. So I feel like you guys are moving away from this damsel energy possibly learned from your childhood. Both of these cards appearing next to each other of like these past relationships, these past things you were taught that weren't healthy. This year ahead, you're learning to move past them, and you're learning to take better care of yourself and put yourself first over these unhealthy relationship dynamics. And this is something like you shouldn't feel ashamed or bad about yourself. I want to make that very clear. Like, a lot of people are taught things about relationships that aren't healthy, or, you know, it's not always on purpose. that you're taught this either, because the people before you could have been taught that too. You know, it's like a cycle. So you're learning to break this cycle this year ahead and take care of yourself and put yourself first. And that will help you find a healthy relationship or improve the relationship that you're already in, if you are already in one. And with health and honesty, I feel like you guys are learning to put your health first, your mental health, your physical health, and your spiritual health. You are learning to do everything you can so you feel good. And for some of you guys, I feel like this could be appearing like maybe you have had health issues, and this year ahead, it's like there's more of a focus on how you can improve your health and how you can, you know, do what you can, like going to the doctor, but not just going to the doctor. It's like what you can do with your nutrition, your exercise. Like you're also trying to take steps to aid whatever you have to do related to your health. And with honesty, I also feel like this could relate to the love and relationships portion of the reading. Maybe people weren't always honest with you, but you can always be honest with yourself. And by being honest with yourself and knowing your priorities, it makes it easier to find those people who have the same priorities as you. And this is something that's very good. It doesn't seem good at first, because when you're honest and other people aren't, it kind of seems like you're being punished. And you might feel like, well, maybe I should, you know, I should be not honest too. I should lie too. But no, this is telling you you should feel proud that you're honest and you are someone acting of good faith. And you will eventually find people and experience people who reciprocate and give you the same level of honesty and trust. And that will be better for your health as well. So I'm going to put down my next set of cards for you guys. It's the last one. Okay, and with these cards, these are tea leaf tarot. So I'm not going to go too deep with the messages with these cards, because I want you guys to look for these messages for the year ahead and see where they resonate with you, or where, you know, they eventually will. So you have bat, take care, enemies are working against you. Beetle, good fortune. Skull, hidden secrets can harm you. Wreath, sorrow over a loss. Handshake, a meeting with a stranger could be important. And owl, good advice from a wise person. So with bat and skull, I feel like these cards are intertwined. Maybe some people were not truthful for you, or in the future for this year ahead. If it's not just past situations, you could encounter someone who has the same behavior pattern, and you are going to go past it. But in the meantime, it could cause problems for you, because obviously this person's not being forthcoming to you, and that could make you upset or not feel appreciated or being given value you deserve. So be careful of that, but realize if someone's keeping something from you, it is their dishonesty, not yours. And with sorrow over a loss, I feel it could be losing some of these people is harmful, or not harmful, but it feels harmful for you. Like you feel sad over it. You are coming to terms with getting rid of some of these people for the year ahead. You're going to have to cut some people out who aren't being honest to you. And with like beetle, handshake, and owl, I feel you could meet someone or have someone come in who gives you a lot of advice that leads to you receiving more fortune. I feel this fortune isn't necessarily material. It's social fortune, like learning how to form better relationships, having better friends, having more people you can trust. And maybe with this stranger you meet, you realize like, wow, like this stranger gave me more support than some of the people I know. And it's going to change and kind of change your perspective on the way you're thinking about stuff. But that's what I see with these cards. That was your reading for the year ahead. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. And if you did like it, please consider liking the video and subscribing, as I regularly make pick a card readings. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.